Our stock of the day, and it is Intel, designs and manufactures microprocessors. Now, it jumped higher along with the tech sector in the US, but the company has also inked a chip deal with Elon Musk. It will be partnering with SpaceX, XAI and Tesla to produce 1 terawatt a year of AI computing power. And in fact, the US financial publication Barron's reporting that the Terafab project will cost tens of billions of US dollars over the next few years. And well, there we can see that announcement there on X, courtesy of Elon Musk. So, Mark, Moreland, what do you make of that?
It's very interesting. I mean, I think it's fantastic for Intel potentially. And the reason is one of the problems they have is that Pat Gelsinger, the CEO, has invested heavily in the next generation of lithography machines. So they bought 2 nanometer machines. I think they've got 2 of them. They've got 1.5 or something. I'm not sure if it was 2. Well, they're getting 2. And they're the sort of state of the art. So they've tried to jump Taiwan Semiconductor down to the to the absolute best node, which is what Apple used, for instance, in iPhones and stuff. But the problem with Intel has got a history of, well, the past management have a history of missing everything. It's been a disaster, and they haven't been able to use these machines yet and get the productivity out of it like Taiwan Semiconductor can. Because these are very, very super complex machines, and it's not just a matter of plugging them in and it all happens. So I think that is the best thing that could have happened to Intel, because Musk is the consummate master of engineering and making stuff work. So what he's doing, he's going, well, we want to get, I can't get enough chips out of Samsung and Taiwan Semiconductor for what I need for robotics and automation. So he's publicly said he'll buy whatever they can make, and he's doing his own Terafab, which the objective is to be able to do 70% of the capacity that Taiwan Semiconductors do. Now that's a big goal, but that's fine. He's always big at big goals. But what it's significantly doing is bringing it back to the US as well. So Intel's the only US fab. They've just been badly managed historically. The chance of Musk being involved in making that work, I think it's going to be fantastic for them. But it doesn't mean they'll do well, because this is going to be incredibly capital intensive. And even if they get the productivity up and that's all great, the amount of money that's going into it doesn't mean it'll be good for shareholders for a very long time, or maybe never. So for me, it's not an investment opportunity in Intel. I think the whole thing's very interesting. I get why Musk is doing it. He's trying to get every game in town that can help contribute to what he needs. It's not a massive vote of confidence in Intel. I think it's more Intel's got the machines. You can't buy them at the moment. So I was wondering where he was going to get them from. So this gives him a couple of 2 nanometer machines, which is a big deal. I think it's very good for him, and you have no idea what the deal is. We have no colour on that at all.
So, what would you do with the stock?
Oh, well, I wouldn't buy it. It's a good narrative, interesting theatre. For me, that's all it is.
But expensive.
I definitely wouldn't buy Intel.
Okay.
Thank God you said that, because I thought you were looking enthusiastic there for a second. And
potentially. It's a great story.
Like, I mean, Elon shaking hands with the CEO is pretty much the most positive thing that's happened to Intel in 2 decades. So that photo alone, just don't bother with your earnings. Just release that. His engineering expertise coming across was sort of part of the deal as well. They need that so badly, and essentially, I don't know. It's like this is like the simple cousin of the chip sector. They've just been. And the reason
they used to be the global leader.
Well, yeah.
A long time ago.
I was about to say, yeah, but when Moses was a boy. But the only reason they're still alive is basically because they're the only one that's still based in the US, and it was kind of like the Holden Ford argument for factories in Australia, like you've got to keep the expertise here. They've been on life support, but yeah, so you certainly wouldn't pay a premium. I don't know what necessarily, if they get something out of the engineering expertise. The new CEO, I believe it's a new CEO, apparently is pretty good, but yeah, look, I mean,
he's a builder at least,
Well, yeah, and he's got the best engineer probably in history partnering on, but as you said, Elon's there for Elon, and because he can't get enough chips,
which could be good for Intel.
Could very well be, but buy Tesla, don't buy Intel. Never has a stock promised so much and delivered so little, really.
And you can't value Intel because it's been losing money. It's been on life support, as we said. So it's an absolute turnaround story at best.
It won't go bankrupt because the government's got a share now. But I mean,
like in Australia, we try and prop up aluminium smelters, whereas in the US they want to prop up chip fabs. So at least they're propping up something that's got some potential value.
Yeah, that's the nicest thing we can say. I think it's a double sell. Or a double avoid.
Yeah.
A big fat no then for our stock of the day of Intel.